Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Fitzmunk TV here, aka YOUTUNE, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. Before I get started, I'm here with a WWE Extreme Rules 2017 official review for you guys tonight. Also, before we get into the review, we're gonna do this review fairly quickly. Also, wanted to say that I also have the NBA Finals Game 2 review up now. I believe it should be up by the time you're watching this video. Also wanted to talk about Extreme Rules from the B-level show known as Monday Night Raw. So it took place tonight in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't have much to say on it because it sucked. Extreme Rules is in my opinion, one of my favorite pay-per-views in the year. Other than WrestleMania, TLC, SummerSlam, I get excited because it brings about stipulations that are supposed to bring violent, extreme matches. One of my favorite Extreme Rules matches of all time is John Cena versus Brock Lesnar from 2012 Extreme Rules. That, to me, embodies what a Extreme Rules match should be. And I'm going to say that the best match on this card tonight was clearly by far the Fatal 5-Way match between Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe to determine who would be the #1 contender for Brock Lesnar's Universal Champion at Great Balls of Fire. Still don't know why that's a pay-per-view name, by the way, but still, they've been putting down more promos or commercials for it, and it looks like it has a throwback kind of theme to it. I don't really understand the concept behind this pay-per-view name. Hopefully they'll explain it in the next couple of weeks, as now Raw is going to start building towards it. But let's get into the review and the results. I'll do reviews like JD from New York. I don't do these 45 to like 2-hour reviews. I'm only going to do a short 10-minute video highlighting the important parts and what we can learn from these matches. So what started off the show tonight was The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. And if Dean Ambrose was to be disqualified, he would lose his Intercontinental Championship to The Miz. It was a very long match. This match went close to 30 minutes. It was a hard-hitting match. It wasn't a bad match, but I'm just not a big fan of Dean Ambrose anymore. He's just really boring in my eyes. He's been going with the same gimmick. He hasn't really made any changes to his character in the last couple years. So it's like kind of get behind him. But The Miz, he played a really great heel role in this match. For trying to find any way. One of my favorite moments was when he asked Maurice, his wife, to get up the apron and just slap him to make it look, to try to get himself disqualified. As the stipulation said, if he was to get disqualified, he would lose his Intercontinental Championship. I thought someone like Alastair Solomon, or aka The Wanderer, would come out and just interfere in this match, which would set up Dean Ambrose's next feud for the IC title. I didn't see why they would give The Miz the title. Even though I picked The Miz, I just thought they would somehow get Ambrose disqualified. But the way Ambrose got disqualified is Miz pushed Ambrose into the ref when the ref had threw Maurice out of the ring, or out from ringside. Had threw out Maurice from ringside. Miz threw Ambrose to the ref. The ref saw it, but it took like 2 minutes before, because the ref was like waiting, and then The Miz came up behind Dean Ambrose. Skull crushing finale, 1, 2, 3, and The Miz is now a 7-time Intercontinental Champion. I feel like The Miz being Intercontinental Champion will be good for Raw, because now there's more feuds that can pop up. But the rumor is that WWE is planning on doing Roman Reigns versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship down the line, possibly at SummerSlam, which worries me, because it feels like they're trying to get Roman Reigns to be a Grand Slam champ as quickly as possible, because He's won the WWE Championship. He's won the Tag Team Championship. He won the United States Champion. Oh, Lord, get that right out of my head. And now it looks like they're trying to give him the Intercontinental Championship. Hopefully they don't, but we'll have to wait and see on WWE's plans on that. So, Miz is your new and now 7-time Intercontinental Champion. Next up, we had my favorite diva. Oh, sorry, diva. My favorite female superstar, Sasha Banks, with what's his name? I'm forgetting his name already. The Baltimore, Maryland hometown hero. What's his name? I'm forgetting his name already. Rick Swann. All right, Rick Swann. Oh my gosh. I think my mind is too focused on this NBA final stuff. But yeah, Rick Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox in a mixed tag team match. This match, basically Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox have been having a mini feud for about the last month. It's just something WWE's been doing to keep Sasha busy on WWE television because the belief is that Sasha's about to get another push back into the women's title contendership now that Bayley should be out of the picture. But yeah, Sasha Banks did a nice double knee from the top rope onto the outside on Noam Dar, and Rick Swann did a nice Phoenix Flash on Noam Dar to get the 1-2-3 victory. There we go. It was surprising because you know how WWE never puts the guy over in their hometown, but they did here for Sasha and Rick Swann. Rick Swann, who is a Baltimore, Maryland resident. So yeah, congrats for them. Hopefully this means Sasha will get pushed into the Women's Championship as we enter into the summer months. This leads us to Alexa Bliss versus Bayley on a candlestick on a pole, man. And man, did this match suck. There was nothing good at this match. Bayley, I did give her a chance going into this match, and she definitely had no chance. She was so timid to use the candlestick on Bayley. Like, if you're gonna be a real champion, you gotta be extreme. You gotta want to go after it. Bayley did not do none of that in that match, which goes great along with her character. But still, Bayley, she has shown no signs on the main roster of her NXT self. She's acting like a little pussy, and it pisses me off. So basically, what can I say here? Basically, all we can say is this match sucked. Just like the Bayley "This Is My Life" segment. Bayley made a pun to this. They were interviewing her before the match, and then Bayley took a shot at Alexa saying, "Oh yeah, how did that 'This Is My Life' segment go?" Because WWE didn't even put that segment on their YouTube channel. They just put the part where Bayley attacked Alexa Bliss after the match. After the segment. That's how bad, because that's going to go down as probably the worst segment of the year so far. It sucked. Whoever booked that needs to be fired. And Bayley wanted to make a reference to that. Why would you make a reference to that on WWE television? You realize Vince McMahon is your boss. Or the creative team who made that segment control your ass. So, they could easily I'm not even going to, because I don't really care about Bayley. Hopefully this means she'll be out of the title picture for now. Hopefully this leads, but there is rumors saying, because remember Alexa Bliss promised Nia Jax a WWE Raw Women's Championship match after she defeated Bayley. We'll have to see where they go through that, because you don't really want to see a heel versus heel. I believe they're going to go with Sasha as the Raw woman or the next contender, because that's the match everyone wants to see on Raw in the women's division. That's a money feud. Other than Sasha versus Bayley, they want to see Alexa versus Sasha, because those two, the interactions they've had on WWE television so far have been great. There's a tension there. There seems like there's some real life emotion there. So I believe I want to see that. And then there's rumors saying they're gonna give the title to Sasha, so then they can finally turn her heel and then go into a summer program, building the SummerSlam for Bayley. Maybe we'll get something like a triple threat with Bayley, Sasha, and Alexa. Or maybe they go fatal four-way, Alexa, Bayley, Sasha, and Nia. You never know. There are some possibilities there. But it's just good that we're going to get to see Sasha. Sasha hasn't been in the Raw Women's title talk since WrestleMania. So that'll be good. So next up, we're gonna go to the tag team titles, as we had our second title change of the night. We had the Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a steel cage match, and there's a lot of controversy they're gonna be talking about here. So basically, this match, it wasn't bad. It was a little extreme because Jeff Hardy did a nice swanton from the top of the cage on Jeff Hardy, but the thing about it is, was it Jeff or Matt? I think it was Matt, but Matt was on the trying to escape. But the thing about it is, to win the match, both of your team must escape from the cage. So there was rumors going around saying that they both have to escape from the cage at the same time, but but it didn't really make any sense. So basically, Matt Hardy was on the outside the cage, and then Sheamus bro kicked him, and he fell off the cage, or fell out of the cage, which means Matt Hardy should be out. But Jeff has to get out to win the match. I'm getting confused with who it was, but then leaving Matt, he got bro kicked through the steel outside the cage. So that's gonna knock you off for a while. So that left Cesaro and Jameson to beat the hell out of Jeff. They did like a crushing white noise from like halfway up the cage on Hardy. And then basically what happened is Matt went back in the cage. I don't know if that makes him like legal back into the match, but basically that looks like that's what WWE was doing, which made no freaking sense. They basically went back in the cage. Hold on, I gotta make sure my phone. Basically, they went back inside the cage. Okay, okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I just had to move locations for a reason. Um, basically, I was talking about how Sheamus and Cesaro were doing moves on Hardy on the top of the cage, and then basically what happened is, after they believed they had, Jeff Hardy was basically knocked out. Basically, Cesaro and Sheamus, they basically climbed up the cage and were escaping on the outside. And then basically Matt came in, pulling Jeff, trying to get Jeff out of the cage. But basically then Cesaro and Sheamus got out of the cage. Both got out of the cage before, making them the new Raw Tag Team Champions. So does this mean they're planning on breaking up the Hardys, as we've heard reports on the last couple of months? Remember, WWE still hasn't been able to, or Matt Hardy hasn't been able to get the full rights to his broken gimmick that he did with Impact Wrestling. TNA is like, it seems like they're trying really hard to go to court with this, even though it doesn't look like they're doing anything with the gimmick. So it doesn't. People are wondering why why are they still trying to fight with WWE with this gimmick. I feel like eventually WWE will get the rights to the gimmick. It's just a matter of time, but it's just a matter of when. Also, that leads us there. So rumors have been saying they want to put Jeff into the main event. But the thing about it is, there's rumors been going around that they're gonna do a storyline to break up Enzo and Cass, which would be sad because they've been together for like 3-4 years now. If you go back to NXT, and they still never won a single tag team championship together. Not in NXT, not on Raw, and that would kind of suck for them to be broken up. And I don't think, because Enzo, you can't leave Enzo by himself. I don't think Enzo can survive on his own right now. As great of a talker he is, he's not the best in the ring. But Cass is not good at the mic at all, in my opinion, and he's only okay in the ring. But there's rumors saying they want to build Big Cass into a huge heel and put him in the main event, along with Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, who they might break up, or at least make them go their separate ways as of now. So that's possibly 2 tag teams you might be taking out of Raw's already weak tag team division. SmackDown's is pretty weak right now, but it looks like they'll be okay, at least for a little bit. They got Primo and Epico, they got the Usos, they got Fandango, or Breezango, my bad. They got the New Day. They also got American Alpha, who we haven't seen in a while. But the thing about it is, yeah, that'll be, if I was them, it's like, I see they're doing this women's tournament. That means maybe a couple women from What was I gonna say? A couple women from NXT are gonna get brought up to be put on these women's division, but the women's division aren't as big as a problem. It's the tag team division, because if they're actually playing on break up the Hardys, break up Enzo Cass, your two biggest face tag teams right now, who are you gonna have to face Cesaro and Sheamus? The Revival won't be ready for a couple more weeks, and they're heels. Are you meaning like they just broke up? Yeah, they just broke up Goldust and R-Truth just like 2-3 weeks ago on Raw. So you're gonna break up three tag teams, three of your face tag teams in less than a month. Are you kidding me? And who are you gonna have to face in that division? Before they had, if you count those three teams, you had about a 6-7 team Raw tag team division. You had Gallows and Anderson, the Revival. You had the Hardy Boys. You had Cesaro and Sheamus. You had Slater and Rhino. You also had Enzo and Cass. And I believe you had Goldust and Truth. You had about 7 tag teams. That's a decent tag team division in my opinion. A good tag team or women's division is about 8 teams, 8 women. In my opinion, yeah, Raw was doing well. Some are saying we should give SmackDown a couple or bring one up from NXT, but they just broke up DIY and NXT, so that's another. I don't know. WWE's breaking up a lot of tag teams lately, and then Raw and SmackDown, their tag team divisions are struggling right now because with Raw they've already lost Golden Truth, and now it seems like they're gonna break up Enzo and Cass, and maybe the Hardys could go their separate ways. Like, I don't know what WWE's planning to do with their tag team division, and they're not really thinking. So like that may be in trouble. Also, what else do we have to talk about on this show? We did the woman. We did. Oh yeah, there's only about 2 more things we gotta do. We gotta talk about Neville versus Austin Aries, which was a submission match for the WWE Cruiserweight title. These two have put on great matches in the past. WrestleMania 33 on the pre-show and at WWE Payback. This was the 3rd match of their trilogy. Everyone was predicting Austin Aries to win the championship here, beat Neville, because he is the face. When do you see faces lose their heels 3 times in a row? So everyone thought this was going to be the end of Neville's reign. Neville's been Cruiserweight title for already about 5 months, close to half a year, because he won the title at the Rumble. But they didn't, and I agreed. I believe Neville should not lose that Cruiserweight title until you find someone big to give him. Austin Aries is a big name, but I feel like they weren't going to give him. I feel like they were just keep pushing that feud because it was good matches. But I feel like they should give to someone like Hideo Itami, HTP, or TP, or TJP, not HTP, TJP, TJ Perkins. I don't know why they changed him to TJP, but like, I don't know, it's not a big difference to me. But still, I believe they should give it to someone like that. Someone they build up big that's going to lead that Cruiserweight division. And Neville's done a really good job. The only problem I have with Neville is he could be making more money because he could be selling some major merchandise. He has like no merchandise on the WWE shop, which is kind of funny. But still, either way, these two had a great match tonight. The best part of this match was the ending. Neville did what's his finishing Damon done? I'm forgetting so much because I'm so focused on the NBA right now. But Neville did his rope finisher, which he doesn't do a lot. He only does it in major matches now. He did it on Austin Aries, and then he pulled him into a submission finishing move, made him tap out, and this is by far should be the end of the Austin Aries versus Neville trilogy. It was great matches, but it's going to be interesting to see who they go with now. Do they go with Hideo Itami? They could go with TJP, even though TJP is a heel. They could go with Jack Allen, but we already seen that. So it's going to be interesting to see who will knock out Neville for the Cruiserweight title. I see Neville holding that title probably until SummerSlam. Yeah, so the last match is the Fatal 5-Way. what I'm just gonna go with is Samoa Joe won. Samoa Joe won. And the rumors that have been going on about this match with Brock Lesnar and now Samoa Joe, as we now know, is that it's gonna be a one-off. WWE doesn't plan on pushing this rivalry that far because they're gonna build straight for SummerSlam right after this match. So there's rumors saying that because Brock Lesnar was supposed to face Braun Strowman for the Universal title, but Strowman hurt his elbow, so they decided to go with this fatal five-way to figure out who's gonna lose the match, and they decided to go with Samoa Joe, which is not. It's not that everyone's complaining that, but people thought the Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar would be for a big event like SummerSlam or WrestleMania. That's how big a match between these two are. And now I guess that means Brock Lesnar will be the face going into this match. Because Brock Lesnar has been getting a lot of face reactions lately when he shows up on WWE TV. I feel like Brock Lesnar will be built up as the face going up into this match. Because it's going to be a one-off, what is going to happen here? If it's a one-off, that probably means Brock Lesnar is going to retain the title. But Samoa Joe has not been beaten in any match since he's been on the main roster, except for when he lost to Seth Rollins at Payback in a roll-up. So are you going to have Lesnar F5 Joe to win that or the retain his title? A lot of people want to see Samoa Joe win the title, but I don't see him beating Brock Lesnar, at least not right now. Especially with the rumors saying this is going to be a one-off and there's not going to be any rematch set. If there's not going to be a rematch, then why wouldn't he go with Lesnar? So it's going to be very interesting to see how they book it. Maybe they do something like, I don't know, they put it into a triple threat. You never know. It's WWE. They could come on tomorrow and change everything. So that's all I got for you guys today. WWE Extreme Rules was a good pay-per-view. It wasn't at all. SmackDown, we all know, they give us the best pay-per-views and everything. Like Payback, it was a good wrestling show. But this was not extreme like it's supposed to be or like it's been in years past. So that's all I got for you guys today. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my NBA Finals review. Follow me on Instagram at THEREALGLORIN. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Snapchat at GLauren33. I'll have more for you guys soon. Have a great day, guys. Peace.